Thank you once again for joining us on Live with Chatufa. Eddie Cross hits Mnangagwa and Auxillia again in his forced apology letter by mentioning corruption once more. So you see, we did a show on the main platform, Chatufa TV Productions, where we were explaining how Eddie Cross, when he came on Newsroom Africa, a South African based news forum, and he spoke about how Emmerson Mnangagwa and his family are in deep corruption in Zimbabwe, and because of the pressure and the statements that were coming around from some of the apologists of Mnangagwa, we saw Eddie Cross is said to have gone to meet the family of Mnangagwa to talk about it, and he was threatened, he was insulted, he was pushed, he was shoved. And then he was asked to make an apology over what he said. But Eddie Cross has written a letter of apology. And in that letter, he seems again to be repeating the issue of corruption, although there is an apology, which of course has been forced, because you don't demand an apology in that manner. And he also again has mentioned the issue of corruption as an existing thing in the country which needs to be addressed. And I think that it's really ruffling in the feathers with Mnangagwa further and further. But to be honest, this family is known for its corruption, for what they are doing, for milking the country dry, and for them to want to pretend as if Zimbabwean people are asleep and we can't see the kind of corruption that is happening in Zimbabwe. It will be very daft for them to think that. It will be very, it's self-deception for them on their part to think that we don't see what is happening. So here it's saying Zimbabweans are asking, was this a genuine apology or you were under duress? Or maybe it's meant to save your life and that of your family. But if you read, you find that he also mentions corruption again as a suggestion to say that it's an issue that needs to be addressed. And I don't know whether this is going to be accepted, especially by Auxilia, because it seems Auxilia is the one who is at the forefront of wanting that apology. You see, even if the apology is given, the harm has already been done. The message has already been sent out there. The horses have already bolted. It is too late for them to demand that apology. Yes, Eddie can give the apology, but Newsroom Africa are not going to go and delete what Eddie has said. It's already on record. It's already on the internet. It's already known by the whole world. They've already seen that this is what is happening. So they are just wasting their time. Everyone knows this family now. The whole world is aware of what kind of family Mnangagwa's family is and what they are doing and what they have done to the people of Zimbabwe. Why Zimbabwe is in the state that it is right now. It's I want to argue over this because it's a straightforward issue. So they are trying all they can, I see, but their days are numbered. And I'm telling you, the Gazian revolution is going to wipe them off. It's going to, just erode them and wash them out of that house, that state house, if they think they are going to survive it. It's high time that Mnangagwa must stop fighting with people, being vindictive and threatening people further and further, because their days are really numbered. I wish they could be concentrating on, preparing for their exit, because that exit is very, very close. If they continue in this arrogance, we are likely going to be seeing things that are unexpected, happening to him, his family, his wife, or his loved ones, which may not end up well. The Gazian revolution are not joking. These guys are really meaning business. From what we are hearing, that they are planning and still planning behind the scenes, what they've put on the table. It's really never going to be good for Emmerson Mnangagwa. But well, if he thinks that he's some little god and is untouchable, let him learn the hard way. Let his family also learn the hard way, that they should regret to say we should have spoken to this old man and told him that, you know what, it is time that you should just retire, resign, and we go in peace and without anyone hunting for us. If Mnangagwa had done that, if after 2023, when he saw that his rigging was exposed, Mnangagwa should have said simply, no, let me resign, and then resign, hand over that country, and then go before things went out of hand. Right now, where we stand, things are totally out of hand, and there is no way that Mnangagwa is going to survive what is coming. The vultures are really circling over his head, and that arrogance that he continues to portray is very dangerous, not only for him, but also for his loved ones. They may not eventually be able to leave Zimbabwe, and they may eventually find themselves in places that they never dreamt that they could ever find themselves in. So if people loved him, they were supposed to be telling him that, you know what, Mudara, let's hit the road. But unfortunately, he also has people that are greedy, and those people are selfish, and they would rather sacrifice him, encouraging him to hold on and to stay on when things are really out there very, very bad. But let's watch the space and see how things are going to continue unfolding. It's quite unfortunate that Zimbabwe has had a leadership like what we are seeing right now. This is a leadership that is embarrassing to the nation. But what can we do? They've chosen their path, but they are going to pay for this painfully, like painfully. So this is what is happening. Let's continue to watch the space and see what is going to happen further. Otherwise, remain blessed and shalom.